try this again. What's up with all these trucks? Tell you, you get like a chatty guy out there, and I'm literally gonna move back to the same location. All these trucks just, you don't have sound, you get screwed by these trucks' engines. Let's see if guy really wanted to talk and really wouldn't let me get anything in. What's up, buddy? You know what I mean? What's up, buddy? How are you? We're gonna go over to the docks. Try this out over here. Okay, well, you know what? Good God. All right, we got anybody in here yet? Not quite. Let's see if we can go right here for a second. Just make camp. Is anything working? Okay, yeah, we got one person, so we're back. I think I was glitching with the glitching out with the others. Maybe I could get Chipotle in the background here. What's going on, buddy? All right. Let's see what we can do here with a little bit of outreach during the day. Man, I swear the tops to this coffee are terrible. What's loud and obnoxious, likes music, and rhymes 13% of the population, commits 50% of the crime. I don't know if I know what you're talking about. What's going on, big guy? It's a good question. All right, so we're going to stand out here. We're going to talk to people. If there are any people, my town is looking like a post-apocalyptic. Okay, let me try again. What's loud and obnoxious, likes music that rhymes. 13% of the population commits 50% of crime. I don't know. I'm not sure. You got me on that one. Are you trying this? Why aren't you vegan yet? Any quick questions? Okay. Up to you.
What?
I'm doing a thought experiment, asking people why they aren't vegan yet. Just some kind of critical thought-based stuff.
Oh, that's really cool. But
Okay. All right. Have a great day. Take care. Trumpist. What's loud and obnoxious? Likes music that rhymes. Interesting. Okay. I don't know if I get it, but it's quite the thing. What's going on, buddy? You want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Just doing a little thought experiment here. Have a great day.
Good luck.
Thank you. So yeah, welcome. If you were just here, I had like some weird stuff going on with my sound, and we kind of had to restart it. And this might be the most depressing turnout ever. There's just nobody outside. It's so damn cold. But let's see if we can get this truck driver. We'll at least try to get everybody that walks by What's going on, dude? You want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? Let's test your values a little bit. All right, buddy. Have a good day. Everyone's scared today. Nobody wants to talk. But if you're just getting here, we come out here at least once a week. Today, we're actually coming out because Saturday night, I don't know if I'm going to be able to come out. And it's going to be cold and rainy. At least today, we have, it's a little nicer outside. You guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? Questions? Someone says meat is good. Okay, well, what about the animal outlook? What's going on, sir? You want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? A few quick questions. That's it. Little thought experiment. All right. How you doing, man? You want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet?
My son's vegan.
Oh, you
Love
can do
that
it.
sign.
You can do it. 2025. It's really possible.
I'm like slowly.
Just think about the animal. How you doing, sir? You want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet?
I'm good, man. No, thank you.
All right, man. Have a good day.
Appreciate it.
Take care. Yeah, see, Crimson, meat tastes good, but what about the victim? What about the animal outlook? We can all say something tastes good when we're thinking about ourselves, or we can say this is good, that's good when we're thinking about ourselves. But what about the animal outlook? That's why we're here. That's why we come out here, to just point people to the animal outlook. Because most people are vegan at heart. They've just been, compounded by messaging and narratives and lies, and it's buried their compassion. And, they're not getting anything from mainstream channels. So activism is a way to kind of reignite people's awareness of who they are, of who we are. Okay, Crimson. Well, if you can, check out some of the other videos on my channel. I don't know really what else to say. I sense a palpable impasse with your rhetoric. Yeah, thank you, Ian. Appreciate it. All right, I think I'm gonna go to the docks area because this is just a little depressing. Anyway, Crimson said he's here to troll. That's awesome, buddy. You're really doing good things with your time. Real wise way to spend. Really, just you're a seer. Just a wise way to spend your time. What's going on, buddy?
Oh, hey, how
you doing? All right, let's see if we can go down to the docks, go down to the water, and get some engagement down here. Or maybe just like right here. We're gonna explore different sites to set up to shop. It's extremely cold, so not everybody's outside. Jesus, like nobody's outside. I feel like I'm in that scene from Vanilla Sky when Tom Cruise is in Times Square. All right, well, we're gonna go over here. This is an old school spot that I used to go to the beginning of the summer. What is that big ass thing right there? All right. Well, I would actually contest that, Ian. Science has been such a bastardized term, kind of been captured by materialism, unfortunately, especially in the last decades and scores. I think you want to look to yourself, not to authorities of such. With my 2 cents. All right, well, we got 4 of you guys here, and maybe we'll this will be our group. I'm gonna go for, what am I at now? 10 minutes. I'm gonna go for an hour out here for our animal brother and sisters, and to hopefully share some good conversations. More people will probably be out in the next half an hour or so, coming up on lunch breaks. People are still working. Anyway, how you guys doing? How's everybody doing? I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Ray says he does it. He uses intuition. Obviously, my last few videos have resonated a little bit with you guys. Anyway. Dumb plan, I'm here for both. Yeah. Guys, we might not have any conversations today because there's literally no people out here. But maybe not. There's more people coming around now. Hi, guys. Here I am with the big sign that says vegan on it. Honestly, that's in my opinion, the best way to go for outreachers. Get vegan on the darn sign. I don't understand why we do this whole bait and switch thing. Are we scared? I mean, let's just put the word out there. You guys see all the conversations that I get, and I have the word out here. You just be friendly and you make it known through the conversation and initially that you're here to share information with them, not debate them like we're 5 years old. Hi, Fuchs. How are you? So yeah, it's funny. I'm almost positive that the live streams are tempered now by YouTube. Just like what happened last year. Or actually, it was earlier this year. And that's okay. It's not really that important. I mean, it is important because we can't expose the message to as many people, or share the message with as many people. Hi guys. How's it going, guys? Test your values a little bit. That's it. Have a good day, buddy. Said, no way, I do not want to test my values. Hi guys. You guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? A few quick questions. Just get you to think.
Eat some chicken.
Oh, not nice. Not being vegan is not being nice, guys. Have a good day. Guy said, I'm going to go eat some chicken. Well, I mean, it's not nice when you look at it from the animal's point of view. Also, by the way, guys, I'm doing a live stream tomorrow out front of a restaurant, and I'm debating which restaurant I want to pop up in front of. It's going to be early morning. Race Lover says, oh, okay, yeah. You do realize you're literally an animal yourself. Let's hope that wasn't your brightest moment for your own sake. Yeah, what's important to understand, guys, is that we are animals, right? And profit narratives have divided human animals from non-human animals. That was the first division. Now remember, a group is easier to control when they are divided, and deception divides. So the first division was separating non-human animals from animals and creating a discrimination, a speciesism, if you will. Makes us easier to control. Makes everything easier to control. And then other divisions have happened from that initial division. I mean, I can give you a ton of examples. I mean, look at vegans and non-vegans. You know, if you're vegan, all of a sudden you're righteous and it's from the ego. If you're non-vegan, you're terrible, you kill animals. And even within the vegan space, the division that profit narratives catalyze. You can see that right now with me in the different sound information points I'm just trying to share, the literal pointing to the money that I'm just trying to share. So you are an animal, Crimson. You're a human animal, and you've been taught to see non-human animals as lesser than you. You've been taught that lie. Trolls are built of stone. I'm built different. Okay, buddy. He's, oh. But what we want to share with Crimson is, guys, okay, because we're all in this together. Crimson, we're all in this together. We're all interconnected, everybody. So Crimson might be trolling right here. He might be saying some rather interesting things, but you have to understand he's been lied to too. He's wounded, and he might be showing out and saying and talking out of his kind of woundedness, and he doesn't probably even know it. But do we want to attack him, or do we want to have compassion for him and hope for him? Hi, guys. You guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? Put you on the spot. A few quick questions.
No, thank you.
It's really easy. Has to do with morals. Have a good day, guys. Take care. Hi, guys. How's it going, everybody? You guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? A few quick questions. You got to be on YouTube. You don't have to be on YouTube.
I might start right now.
Okay. All right. Have a good one. What's going on, guys? You guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? A few quick questions. Oh, it's not nice. Not being vegan is not being nice. Have a good one, guys.
Wait, is that a dog on there?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
It's a beagle.
Man.
You got them all, man.
Come on.
It's up to you. If you got the guts, come on back.
Enough puppies around here.
All right. All right. We want to have compassion for our fellow human, but we also want to proportion bullying with strength. And we want to let bullies know when they're acting like bullies, whether or not they know it or not, that it's not okay. Anyway. Well, that's the thing, Crimson. We're not forcing people. The thing is, the idea is for everybody to make the decision and feel empowered and make the decision on their own. But we can share information that's important for people that they can't get from mainstream outlets because everyone's being tricked and fooled and the information's being hidden directly on purpose. You can call me a conspiracy theorist, but all you got to do is look to the money. All the money, all the wealth, all the power is in the hands of just a few people. Very easy for them to control messagings. Very easy and predatory. And all we're doing out here in the spirit of sharing these truths is pointing people to the money and to their own hearts. What's going on, sir? You want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet?
Oh, no, sir, I'm good. Thank you.
Oh, her.
Yeah,
Right, have a great one.
Thank you.
But yeah, anyway. It's incredible. Incredible. What's going on, guys? You guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet?
No, thanks.
A few quick questions. Set your values a little bit. All right, guys. Have a great day. Take care, guys. It might come off kind of strong. It might come off kind of harsh. But, I mean, really what it is it's showing you that your own values don't align with how we vote during the day. We've been taught to do these things. You guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? All right, guys. Not being vegan is not being nice. Have a good day, guys. And every once in a while, we'll throw out little things like that. But once we get people engaged, we share with them in the spirit of partnership and compassion. We do not debate people. We simply show them the truth. There's no debating something that does not warranting of a debate. Like, people know that we've just been, and they've been hurt by profit narratives and blinded by profit narratives. It went nothing but money, 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 power, 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 control, 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 control. So let's see if we can get one person over here and show you what I'm talking about. How we share with others, and we get a bunch of other people coming out here like me, doing the same thing, popping up all over the place. Guess what? The truth's gonna get out there. It's gonna get out there. Everybody be nice to Crimson. I understand he's trolling, but you just have to understand he's heard the same information and been inundated with the same information we were before we went through. Hopefully I get one conversation on this desolate day. What's up, Steven? What's going on, guys? You guys have tried this? Aren't you vegan yet? Two quick questions. Have a good day, guys. Take care. And be loud. Be loud. Talk to everybody. Why not? I mean, I'm given an hour of time, so I kind of look at it like we're giving the animals also an hour of time. Why waste it with being quiet? You know, poke people, bait people. Get them in. Maybe it'll get them to think a little bit. The goal is to, have a productive, substantial conversation. But don't waste any time while you're out here. Don't be quiet. Be loud. Yeah, I get it. Crimson, you need to look up a few things. You need to look up The Best Speech You'll Ever Hear by Gary Yourofsky. You need to watch the movie Dominion. You need to see what you are defending with, your speech and how you talk. I almost guarantee you don't believe in the stuff you're defending. Deep down, we all know that killing someone else is wrong. We know that. And we've been taught that there is a division between human animals and non-human animals. Hi, Marcos. Nice to see you, Marcos. Always nice to see you. Hi there. Hope you're doing well in your country, and thank you for being here, sir. All right, let's see if we can get these two people coming up here. AM says, animals taste amazing and are good for you. No, they're not good for you, my friend. And you saying they taste amazing, how do you think the animal thinks about that? When we tilt to the animal outlook, all arguments stop. All arguments are over. There's nothing health-wise that you need from a non-vegan diet, literally nothing. And since that's the case, that leaves us with implications. Tell me what you need from a non-vegan diet. Tell me what vitamins, nutrients, you name it, that you need from a non-vegan diet. Anybody. Guarantee you there's nothing. Now, people think there's one thing. Even vegans think there's one thing. But a lot of vegans, that is, at least right now. But the vegan diet is strong. It doesn't lack. I guess that's what I'm pointing at. Oh, we got IO protein. Oh, yeah. Protein's a big one, right? Crimson says anything. What, the insulin growth factor? The animal hormones, the cholesterol, the copious amounts of saturated fat. Second chance, guys.
Have a good day, sir.
Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Think about the victims.
I got all them animals on there. You eating that stuff?
Oh, heck no. We're trying to get you not to do that. Have a good day, guys. Have a good one. All right. Guy said, why do you got all those animals on there? You eating that stuff? I said, no, we're trying to get you not to. you're going to be engaged with a lot when you're out here too, everybody. And you're not going to always have the most peaceful, monkish approach or response back. But that's part of this necessary friction as far as getting the message out. Thank you, Crimson, for that. I've never met a vegan who could beat me up. Okay. I mean, I don't know how that is pertinent to really anything. You can be strong on a vegan diet. There are a lot of vegan MMA fighters. I don't know if you know Nate Diaz. He was vegan for a long time. He was knocking people out left and right. I mean, it's easy. It's just as easy, and you're probably stronger, healthier, and faster if you're vegan. Because you're not eating all that trash. It just slows you down. Okay. What's going on, man? How are you? Go try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? All right. All right, guys. Well, thanks for being here. To my friends that are here, I will go for an hour, as promised. Just out here for them. If I don't get any conversations, it's better than nothing. Have a good day, guys. Crimson says, I'm probably the craziest person in this chat, so who wants to throw hands? Well, why do you want to fight at all? What does fighting do? I mean, nothing. It just creates division. Why do you want to fight? What? I don't understand. We've been taught that fighting is macho, fighting is manly, fighting is, they're just trying to separate us all. Easier to control. To be vegan is more than a diet. Hi there, you want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet?
No, thank you.
Quick questions. Have a great day. It's pretty darn cold out here today. I did get myself a Rise Up coffee. It's a local coffee place in town. Fantastic. They got great coffee. And needed it today. It's freaking super cold out. Moving into the cold season, I gotta get the Under Armour out because we're not stopping. We'll be out here once a week no matter what. I don't care how cold it is. Went running the other day with the Under Armour gear. Anyway, who had, let's see, anybody have any good vegan meals for breakfast or for lunch today so far? So far I've had mango and banana. I'm trying to eat more raw. Today is World Philosophy Day. Vegans are philosophers. Vegans for me are philosophers. So happy World Philosophy Day, everyone. I love that, Marcus. Yeah, we are philosophers, There's a lot of thought involved in being vegan. What's up, buddy? You want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? A few quick questions? All right, have a good day, man. Have a good one. You too. We really are. It is a critical thinking based thing. Critical thinking led us here. We were being tricked by profit narratives that took away our compassion and our benevolence and said and guided to, you have to eat meat and cheese and milk and eggs to be healthy. And it's normal, it's necessary, and it's nice. That is a profit narrative, guys. That's a profit narrative. And we were able to wake up from that and see the bellwethers and see the money. If you're looking for truth, always look for and ask yourself, does this centralize power or does this decentralize power? That is the bellwether for truth. Unfortunately, money is just festered underneath it. It was unfortunately created to divide, and that's what it does. And especially in this capitalistic era, it's all born from a backdrop void of any ethos. Raw vegan is the way to go. It's delicious. Bridget, that's amazing. Yeah, I'm actually starting a Pythagoras reference, Marcos. Very nice. I am starting to eat a lot more raw vegan, and I'm kind of tilting a little bit. I don't know if I'm gonna go fully raw, but I'm liking what I'm finding so far. I've been eating a lot of grapes. I had some mango today, some banana, all kinds of stuff. What's going on, guys? You guys want to try this? Put you on the spot? Why aren't you vegan yet? All right, guys, have a great day. You can do it. It's 2025. Anyway, so mango, banana. I've been having grapes. I've tried a persimmons for the first time. First time I had it, it was absolutely bitter. The second time I had it, it was perfect because you got to let those ripen. What else have I been eating? A lot of apples. I've been eating opal apples. Those are fantastic. And raw vegan is such a cool way to go because it really is. It's beautiful because you know what you're eating. You know, when you get something processed or something from a box, you might know to an extent, but you don't see it being made. You're literally not there. Hi guys. You guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? Any quick questions? Hi guys, have a good day. When you eat something that's organic and it's a fruit or vegetable, you know what it is, and you know it hasn't been messed up with pesticides and all the stuff that goes on, non-organic food. I mean, even I can't get everything organic right now, but I think a good pro tip that I saw on one of Misfit Vegans videos was if you're going to go non-organic, try to get something that has like a peel or where you're not eating the skin. Hi guys, how you doing, everybody? That way you're not eating, what those pesticides could have touched directly, which is kind of cool. Hi guys. You guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? A few quick questions.
Oh, we don't live here.
Oh, okay. We're just
Thank
asking
you,
the
man.
public.
Thank
Yeah, you got it. Have a great day. Yep. Godfather says, did you grow it? Then you will always consume chemicals. And that's why veganism is about doing your best. Godfather makes a great point and points us to a great point. Veganism and eating, it's about doing your best. We can't all be, perfection. But one, we can at least yield animals their own bodily autonomy and be vegan. That's number one. Do our best there. Because that's what veganism is. It's not perfection. And two, we can do our best along those lines. If we have no choice and we have to eat a bit that's not organic, then that's what we have to do. If we have the luxury of being able to buy and have everything organic, then maybe we can do that. But at least we know underneath it all that the absolute bare minimum we can do is yield animals bodily autonomy and not vote for systems of direct exploitation. There's always going to be peripheral happenings and non-direct harm, and you can't do anything about that, not in the 99% non-vegan world, because it starts with people voting different. And once we know better, we can do better, and we can vote different to start spearheading the change in these systems. But where we're at right now, we can all be vegan. At least we can do that. That's where the change starts. Oh, boy. Anyway, thanks for being here, guys. It is freaking cold out here. I've had no luck getting anybody to talk to me, mainly because probably the weather. But we had one conversation with that guy earlier who just wanted to keep going and going and going. And it's like, dude, I had to remove myself because he was going to stay. And the second he starts talking, it's just like, when's it gonna end? We have to be conscious of the reining things back to the animals, reining things back to the victim, reining things back to the whole reason why we're out here. Yeah, this might be a light one, guys. But I get to hang out with my friends. Quick says, who cares about that? Quicks, I would contest that you probably care about that, but you've just been taught not to care about that. You've been taught by profit narratives. Hi guys, you guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? A few quick questions. All right guys, have a great day. Even like the biggest troll, the biggest attacker of veganism, the biggest anti-vegan, underneath all that, they were born a baby. Let's go. Oh, you want to try this, man?
I'm just sure.
It's just a thought experiment. I come out here every once in a while, once a week mainly, and I just kind of point people towards a few things that you might not hear about, like in your daily, go-arounds and such. I guess I'll start. Have you heard the word vegan before?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I mean, a lot of people think it's food, right? Like it's not eating meat, it's not eating dairy,
Where's
it's
the
not
beef?
eating honey. Oh, it's not nice. In reality, it's something that's a little deeper than that. It's really a moral principle, but it kind of gets this surface level definition because that's, what everybody says and thinks, right? Like in general, are you a fan of animal abuse or are you not? Like, are you against it? Yeah, I mean, most people are, right? Like, I know I was before I was vegan, 100%. But it's like, the pointing kind of is, like when we go to the ballot box, or I call it the cash register, the ballot box, where the real vote takes place, we're essentially like voting for animal abuse. And it's using the term animal abuse it's not even fair. Like it's much worse than that. It's a kind of barbarity and savagery that
in the purchase of buying products.
Yeah, it's a subtle little here's $1, and then it's a smile and a have a great day, but underneath it, like that defining effect in the mechanism is that of somebody getting their throats slit open, and we're kind of like we're very masked from that. It's very hidden from us because that's just how profit narratives thrive, off of us not knowing. So I like to kind of like, point the interviewee and ask them those few questions. Sometimes I'll ask if they believe in rights for animals. And most people say, well, not a right to drive a car or not a right to vote, but I would contest that you probably, or at least a steward of the idea that they deserve the right to their own body autonomy, right? Like your body, your choice. What do you think about that?
What kind of animals?
See, and that question is the reason why I do this. Because it's like we've been taught that, all from the dawn of time, right? That, we're all animals, but we've been taught that non-human animals are different from human animals. That's the first teaching, the first kind of indoctrination, I guess, if you will. But the farm animals are just the same as the dog. This just the same as the boy. This just the same as the man. This just the same as the baby. In terms of, can they feel pain and be subject to this world?
Yeah, well, I guess there's a difference between animals, that we eat.
Yeah.
People, because we're sort of the rational animals.
Yeah.
And we can have discussions like this.
Yeah.
Where the other animals, the farm animals, they're they can't.
Exactly.
They don't have
We have a little more power,
abilities. We have
an
a little
agency,
more
and a perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think with that though comes a responsibility? Like the old
Responsibility
Spider-Man.
for
As far as just like protecting, or I guess you would have a binary outlay, right? To be a protector or to be an exploiter.
Responsibility?
Still in our camp, for sure.
I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's not a question you hear every day. And it's not a
Yeah.
posture you hear every day.
I
But
guess, you know, if you know, why do we sort of eat animals?
exactly.
The animals that we do, I think I can only really talk from my experience,
Yeah.
personal experience. I guess I like how it tastes.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, I could even say like, oh, if like slugs tasted great, you know.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
like the
yeah.
texture, but if they tasted great, I'd probably eat slugs, you know.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's the same. You know, it's very similar.
Yeah,
there.
you know, it's yeah, and it's like since like herding animals and farming animals, since the whole genesis of it, you know, there's been just this messaging build out that's just compounded and compounded and compounded over time, to where it's like, you know, all of our grandparents, great grandparents, they all get the same messaging, pass it down to us, pass it down to us. Um, you know, if we were to cook a human, I bet you they could make it, if they seasoned it, sauced it, and textured it right, I bet you it would taste pretty effing good. No one's really done that because it's like a level like even our deepest intuitive knowing would intercept, you know? But like in general, you can find everything in the plant kingdom, right? Like I've been vegan 13 years and I still eat like my versions of meat, cheese, milk, and eggs, and you can find all the same stuff. It's just a matter of being awake to the why, and having that why strong enough, right? Because if you're against animal abuse and you're for like the autonomy of others, like your values would say that you would vote congruent with that. But we've just been taught by you know, said narratives that it's okay because everyone's doing it anyway. It's normal and it's nice.
Yeah. Well, I guess it seems like really a problem of the companies themselves.
Yeah, but we vote. We're the ones that that affect the supply and demand mechanism. We're the ones that literally drive it, right?
Sure.
The companies, they'll make vegan stuff if we vote for vegan stuff. They're going to keep doing what they're doing if the human, like the individual, keeps voting for violence and keeps voting for it. It all comes down to the
But I
roots.
guess it's, you know, we've got our dining hall. And they you know,
Yeah.
they've got the I think it's like the Beyond.
Oh, they have
burgers and
Beyond
stuff.
in there?
They have
Where are
Beyond,
you
so
at?
it
Are
has,
you
like,
right
the-
over there?
Yeah, I go to St. John's.
Oh, St. John. Okay, yeah.
They got
Okay,
the
got
Beyond burgers. They just don't taste very good.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
the thing is, you know, if companies, you know, even though they're killing animals, they produce good tasting stuff, so people buy it.
Yeah,
You know,
but
and I guess-
here's the question. Should the taste of something justify the end effect? Like, because something tastes good, does that, and I'm just going to call a spade here,
Yeah.
does that mean that we should kill a sentient being for it?
I mean, yeah, as long as it's not a human, I think.
Okay, gotcha. And that's the division right there. Like we've just been taught that humans are different from the non-humans, and that's a teaching. You know, that we can be keen on and awake to once you know, that candle lights. Nutritionally, what do you think we need from an animal? Anything?
Yeah, it's
Like what
protein.
well, besides like what can you only get from a non-vegan diet? What are some things you can only get, I guess, from a non-vegan diet? What do you think?
I mean, I don't know the chemical breakdown.
Yeah, but like, you know, a lot of people say protein, some people say vitamins, some people say nutrients. But I mean, it's not really known, but you don't need anything. Like I'm vegan 13 years. My daughter's vegan since she was born. You know, she does all the sports, martial arts and stuff like that. And, you know, the most important thing, the thing that I love the most is that she's going to vote with her values, you know, when she goes and grows up into the world, you know. And that's, I think there's something to be said of that while we're in this fleeting embodied life, you know, that we're experiencing right now. But let me give you a card, man. Is it cool if I give you a card?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I think it's a really interesting question.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, no, I think, you know, I don't have any problems with veganism or anything like that. I think it's very interesting. I've got a lot of friends that
Yeah.
you know, are vegan or vegetarian.
I would contest that you really are vegan underneath everything. I would contest that and challenge you to look and maybe steep and, I don't know, meditate on things along these lines, because these guys are laughing, while they're raking in the bucks. And there's about 1/10,000th of 1% that own all the wealth that exists, right? That's about 8,000 people collectively. And all they have to do is pay the 1%, which is like 80 million to whatever, 100 and some million, to manage these narratives. And the narratives can be bought. In meat and cheese and milk and eggs, that's a narrative. And it's bought, paid for, invested in, and perpetuated.
So you don't think we should eat eggs?
No, I don't. I mean, for one, like health-wise, they're just terrible. The cholesterol's insane. There's also other things in eggs that are seen as cancer correlatives and stuff like that.
I'm not being.
Yeah. Oh, like
what
the ethical issue.
No, just like what is the if there's a cholesterol issue? I'm just curious. Like how many eggs is
You'd have to eat. It wouldn't take that much. The yolk itself has a ton. Plus, there's choline and different stuff in the whites. This is not meant for a human to eat it. Like if you have chickens, what a lot of vegan caretakers will do, they'll take the egg, they'll throw it on the ground, and the calcium and the different vitamins and minerals will be right there, and the chicken will want to eat that because it needs to replenish itself. But when we feed eggs to ourselves, we just get, plaque-promoting cholesterol that takes our vessels from here to here. And it's not just eggs. It compounds with the meat, the cheese, the milk, the eggs, the IGF-1, the hormones, the growth factors, you name it. It's all in all the meat, cheese, and milk and eggs.
Do you know any studies I could look into for vegan subjects versus vegan subjects?
Yeah, I love that you asked that question. I don't. And because we don't listen to profit narratives, we don't point to science and we don't point to studies. Studies, materialistic science, peer review, money's underneath all of it. It doesn't matter how legitimate, how affiliated, what kind of academic vessel it's connected to. People are going to agree with who gives them the most money. That's underneath it all. So I would point you to you can look at certain movies, like there are movies out there like Game Changers, What the Hell. They have some surface level stuff that's pretty indicative.
Have you tried conducting your own studies? Have you
No.
tried because I think it would be interesting.
We don't need to.
With protein.
Yeah.
I think it would be interesting if you maybe had a training period and you were training with someone who eats meat.
Yeah.
And then maybe you compared how much muscle was gained in that period or something like that. Maybe there's a lot of factors. There's biological factors. Things like that. But I think that would be interesting.
We can get. I'm sure it's been done. Things like that. Watch Game Changers. I'm not saying believe everything in the movie because there's a lot of science in there too. So there's science on the side of plant-based and there's science on the side of carnivore. But it's all science and it's all funded. And no matter how true you think it is, the funding nullifies the truth. It just nullifies it because people are going to agree with who gives them the most money. It's that simple. The real pointing is to yourself. You just look to yourself and you know that you can get everything you need from the earth. You don't need a science or an authority or academia to tell you that. You're here to make decisions for yourself, not listen to authorities that have a vested interest in whatever they're sensitive to as far as funding and things like that. I hope that makes sense. But there's some things on my card that you can look up yourself. I do activism like this. You'll see, a few hundred live streams. I've interviewed authors from different books, activists, animal rights activists. And, there's no need to go down like a scientific path when we just know. And the more time we waste, the more animals are hurt, killed, babies taken away, raped, all on our watch while we're teaching our kids to do the same effing thing. What was your name, man?
Hey, Henry.
Henry, it was a pleasure. Thanks for having the bravery to stop by and talk to me.
No,
But yeah, it all comes down to just listening to yourself. That's it. That's the whole crux of this whole thing. And thinking about the animal outlook. That's all.
Well, I appreciate
Yeah.
conversation.
Thanks for giving me someone to talk to. It can be. Today, I feel like I'm in one of those post-apocalyptic movies where nobody's out, But, you came over, so thank you.
Is this YouTube?
This is YouTube. We have, a small group in here right now. Sometimes we have up to 500 people in there. And right now we got a few people. But it's all in the spirit of just sharing with our human brothers and sisters.
How long have you been?
I've been doing this for like a year and a half. And yeah, I got a little YouTube presence.
Is it mostly short form or is it long form?
I usually extrapolate things from the live stream and I'll make short form, but I have long forms that are just talking heads,
Nice.
and you'll see a few of those if you look up my channel. And I'll do interviews with authors and activists and stuff too. I got like 10 of them, and I try to find, make them quality, not just run of the mill. Just, I try to find quality people.
Quality over content.
Exactly. And it's just in the spirit of sharing, That's it.
Yeah. Well, nice.
That's it.
Nice. Keep at it.
Yeah, we'll do. And have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the nice little fall weather we got here. Take care. All right, guys. He was really cool. Very nice guy. We gave him a card and we talked. And it's really interesting to just see how the sense of division shows, and the sense of division kind of expresses itself. It's really interesting to see that. We can get through the first part of the dynamic with, I'm against this, I'm against that. I'd rather be a guardian, not a bully. I'm for health, not disease. I'm for just like autonomy for others, sovereignty for others. But then it's like when you point to the animal, then a lot of kind of reflex and material objections surface, and it's really interesting to see that division. And that's the indoctrination by the narratives right there. Like, they teach us, they have taught us that human animals are different than non-human animals. And that's at the absolute root level of these discussions, is trying to point people to what their heart says. And who knows? Maybe that guy will come across another activist. Maybe he'll come across something else. But we can plant seeds, and it starts with all of us kind of popping up and getting out there and just doing this, even an hour a week, All right, guys. I got 8 more minutes. I know it's been a light one, and I appreciate you guys for stopping by. I am doing a little event tomorrow in the morning outside of Outback Steakhouse with Project Livestream Mountain Steve, and then I have a fake B12 Friday on Friday where we field questions and answers, build out the history of the other narrative, one of the other narratives. So I don't think I'll be going active Saturday night because it's going to rain and be super cold. But thanks everybody for being here. Right, but Godfather, I guess the question is, we can say life choices, but if we're a champion of choice, then we have to be authentic, and we have to tilt to the animal outlook and ask, what about their choice? And if your answer is, well, they're not the same as humans, then you are a case in point example of division expressing itself. Learned division. Hi there. You want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? Have a good day. Raised lever, real vegans live stream for 6 hours minimum. I love that. That's right. Just go 6 hours. I wish I had the time to do that. I wish I did. I wish I had that luxury, but I don't. I do not. Oh, they're putting up the Christmas tree in our town now. Life choice to take the life of animals, right? What Cole said. That's not what you believe in, though. People do not believe in that. We've just been taught that, unfortunately. And it's unfortunate that we defend such learnings, and they've gotten us to defend such learnings, even vehemently so. Hi guys. You guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? Hey guys, have a good day. 6 hour live streams. I know a few people that do that. going on, guys? You want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? Any quick questions? All right, guys. Have a good day. Try to get one more. If I get one more before 60 minutes, we'll take the conversation as long as we can. But I don't know. We got 5 minutes. And if not, I don't know, guys. Might be going home to get some lunch. Also, if any of the vegans here, there's a book you got to read. It's called Your Inner Islands by Will Tuttle. It'll teach you about intuition. He actually wrote a book about intuition years ago, and it's blowing my mind right now. Definitely check out Your Inner Islands by Dr. Will Tuttle. 100% Cole. And I'll be here speaking up for the animals once a week through the winter and everything. So even if it's like crazy cold and there's a blizzard, okay, maybe I should be careful with what I say next. I don't know. A blizzard might actually cancel my outreach. But if it's like really cold, it doesn't matter. I'll still be out here because I can talk to the camera and just be all bundled up with a coffee. I'll at least do an hour, and it will be once a week. We'll speak up for them. We'll do the best that we can do for them in that hour of time. So I appreciate you for being here. Cole says, how do you respond to family members at Thanksgiving after I say B12 isn't real and man-made? Okay, let's see if I can get, I don't think these guys are going to talk. Yeah, you point them to the money. Point them to the money, and also tell them that there's an activist that goes live every Friday for a little episode he calls Fake B12 Fridays, where he builds out the history and shows all the tells that B12 is a unicorn, something that was architected by pharma and animal ag to deter and hinder veganism. Point them to the money, that it makes $600 million a year. That's akin to a mid-cap weighted public company that is worth $6 billion. Point them to the money. Even the vegan doctors and even vegan activists that benefit from this perpetuative narrative. Ask them what's in it, because they're not going to know, and they're not going to be able to tell you. And then you can tell them that it's cobalt, cyanide, and a mystery bacteria extrapolated from sewage sludge, dairy waste, or GMO waste. So you can do, any of those things. And if it seems that their temperature is just too high and they're getting way too defensive, then change the subject. Don't even worry about that at Thanksgiving dinner. Change the subject. Oh, cool. Ocean City? Oh, that's cool. Ocean City, Maryland. Yeah, I've been there quite a few times. Been to the beach quite a few times over there. All right, let's see what I got. I got 1 minute. If I don't get a conversation in 1 minute, I'm shutting her down, guys. Thanks for being here. But if I do, we'll go on. We do get some people walking by. We'll see if we can get them. Well, Godfather, I hope you're not farming animals. I hope it's fruits and veggies, my friend. Oh, thanks, Joe. Thanks for the caps, too. I appreciate you. What's going on, guys? You guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? You quick questions? Just test your values? All right, guys. Have a good day. My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you guys for being here. You guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet?
Okay,
Any quick questions? All right, guys. Have a great day.
You too.
2025, we can do it. God, oh, yeah, but the thing is, if you're considering an animal a thing, that's a problem, Godfather, and it's not nice. And it's nothing we should be teaching children or being examples with. I'm sorry, but it's the harsh truth. We don't need anything from an animal nutritionally in 2025, guys. Zero. All right, that's it for me. I'm signing out. It's been a pleasure hanging out with my friends today. You can look at my stuff coming up in the next few days. I got a few things coming up, and then I'll be adding something that's also coming soon at the beginning of December. So we'll see you guys in the next live stream. Bye, everybody.